has got past.
Or is he still alongside? Yes, he
got
has.
past. Great move.
Good stuff. Very good stuff. Valzecchi now with the fastest lap of the race.
And that turn 1 is the only place to overtake on the circuit, but not normally around the outside, so a great move.
Well, in that case, if Perent can do it, Javi Villa should be able to do it as well if he gets a good enough run on Davide Valzecchi. Let's have a look again. Perent goes outside because he knows the door's going to be shut on the inside. He planned that all along, Gareth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easy to know what the guy in front's going to do. He's going to block the inside, so you have to expect, okay, I'll go on the outside. I've got more grip, actually, for most of the braking zone than he has. I'll take advantage of that.
Nearly touched, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
Very close. So it has to be skin of your teeth, but he got the job done. Yeah,
you need to have some trust with the guy you're racing with. You've got to trust that when you get to the exit of the corner, he's not going to just put you on the grass.
Kobayashi's in trouble here. Valzecchi has got Villa crawling all over him, and yet they are catching Kobayashi. Kobayashi has dropped way off Petrov to the tune of 4 seconds.
Yeah, his lap last time around was a second slower than the front 3 guys, so he's got a problem. The slower than the 2 behind.
Valzecchi's going to fall over him in a second because Valzecchi was the quickest man on the track, and in fact, instead of being passed by Villa, he has to.
Yep.
He has to go by Kobayashi the first opportunity he gets, and that's Petrov in the pit lane. So this is the battle for third now. And Kobayashi in real trouble. What's he doing still out of the pit lane? He's getting a great slipstream, but he's got
can't go anywhere.
No straight line speed, apparently. Or no cornering speed, or no brakes, and Villa's on the outside line. He's done him.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're still alongside as that right-hander straightens out.
That's right. I mean, obviously, from the middle point of that first turn onwards, you will be on much less grip than the guy who's on the racing line. So if you could just keep the car there and keep there for the next left-hander that comes up.
Oh dear. Well, that's his second time into the gravel, and this looks like a little bit of a better job of it.
Terminal.
Notice he's got a ding in the nose, Roldan Rodriguez. He was right behind Frankie Provenzano. In fact, he was right alongside. Oh no! That's
there you go. So he tried the outside route, but just carried too much. That's what I was saying. From the halfway point of the corner on, you're off the racing line. You're on the dirt. You're on the sand, and he didn't quite make it stick, unfortunately for him.
He carried just a fraction too much speed in. But he should have cleaned that line the first time he went off there. So Kobayashi dropping then because Alvaro Perent is right behind him. Kobayashi holds 5th at the moment. None of these guys have stopped, and Perent looking to go by, and he'll go by before the end of the lap actually if Kobayashi isn't really ultra defensive. He's doing his hardest to keep the Portuguese behind. Sergio Perez leads from Nico Hülkenberg by a second. Valzecchi in third. First man into the 39s last lap. Kobayashi's last lap, a 1 minute 43, Gareth.
Yeah.
And somebody dived into the pit, and it was whom?
Razia.
It was Razia.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was somebody a little higher up the order. Perez, Hülkenberg, Villa, Valzecchi, Kobayashi, Perent. I'm slightly surprised that Alvaro Perent didn't get by, actually. Maybe Kobayashi's engine has cleared itself, or unbroken exhaust has unbroken itself, or... A little tip from our man Sean is that Alvaro Perent, on average, stopped later than any other driver in the GP2 season last year when he was driving for Supernova. Double wave yellows. And who is that for? Can't see. Well, there's Javi Villa anyway. This is Villa going around Valzecchi. In the tow behind is Kobayashi. Kobayashi thinks inside. Nah, maybe not. It's very dusty there offline, isn't it? And that's the replay down the straight. Kobayashi saw the grass coming up fast, and I think even he figured there'd be no grip there. It's a good move by Javi Villa.
Yeah, it's good to see him being a bit more assertive too. You know, in previous years he might have backed out of that move, but he kept his foot in and got the place. Good move. Yeah.
Kobayashi is dropping down the order. Meanwhile, his teammate Jerome D'Ambrosio coming back up 17th from 21st when he left the pits. So he has actually benefited as others have gone in and come out of the pits behind him.
If Kobayashi continues this rate of progress and drops out of the points, and Hulkenberg can take the win, then Hulkenberg actually only goes 12 points behind, having only started last race weekend out. And that'll be with tomorrow's race and 2 more weekends to go. So
wow.
At the moment he's got momentum, isn't he? I mean, Kobayashi's lost his way a bit, so that'll make a nice, exciting end of the season.
Yeah, we could do with somebody giving Kobayashi a bit of a run for his money. Mind you, at the moment, his money seems to be giving him a bit of a run.
There goes Sean's Parente stat, and Parente's pitted for tyres.
Yep. It's a shame, actually. Maybe he felt he was going to get stuck behind Kobayashi and lose ground.
I think if he'd stuck it out, he would have got past quite comfortably, wouldn't he?
Now,
obviously quick. Just
trumpeting Hulkenberg, of course, we're looking here at the battle for second place. Hulkenberg locking up wheels, and Veer is the man who is flying. 140.1 on the last lap. The leader, 142.9.
Yeah. We saw this, didn't we, last race weekend. Hulkenberg was very fast in qualifying. It come the race, either the setup isn't quite right, it's not as good as it is in qualifying, or he himself is a qualifier rather than a racer, but for some reason he loses pace over his qualifying pace, and Veer here is all over him.
Yeah, absolutely right. And Veer is the fastest man out there by... Oh, he's not! Petrov is 139.9. Apart from Petrov, Veer is the quickest man out there.
Well, times were in the 39s. The front two were in the 39s about 4 or 5 laps ago, and everybody then dropped by a couple of seconds a lap.
Yeah.
I think maybe the double wave yellows obviously were the big issue there. Veer's passed.
Hulkenberg, little bit of sang-froid there, looking over at Veer, also takes the time to rip off a tear-off, I noticed. So, who's that on the pit wall? Somebody is the butt of a joke there. So Perez leads, Veer second, Hulkenberg third, Valsecchi fourth, and Kobayashi and Edoardo Mortara both into the pits, and that means Fabio Crestani is in 5th place. Not words I expected to be saying in this race, I have to say. Crestani in 5th position. Where did he was on 15th on the grid. So, as you can see, about half the field have now pitted.
Veer's dropping Hulkenberg like a stone.
Well,
and Valsecchi is catching Hulkenberg now.
Yeah, not only that, but if he continues to lap at this pace, he will have caught the leader in 3 laps. Petrov fastest race lap, 139.66.
Ooh.
And that's Hulkenberg. Oh, that's Kobayashi.
He's
back
just
out of the pits.
Yeah, on cold tyres.
Is that teammate Jerome D'Ambrosio on hot tyres going around the outside?
I thought it was a QI car, actually. I've got to be honest.
Might have been
Parente, yeah.
Wow, who was 3 places behind him when he came out of the pits. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Good spot. Yes, look, he fell over him.
Yeah.
In fact, a replay of why Parente went into the pits. Because he was falling over him on old tyres. Now he literally nearly fell over him on new tyres. And there is Mortara back out from the pit lane. No, it's not Mortara at all. It's Luis Rosilla. And he's on his own down in 16th place. So that was a random beauty shot. Sergio Perez, race leader on pit road. Javi Veer goes by in the background to lead the race for the first time.
I think that's a good call, actually, because Veer was clearly catching him, wasn't he? He was really had his